question from Taryn. What's up, Taryn? I
Good
love
question.
that guy, man. He makes me smile. He says, has Ray Ray overtaken Juwan Jennings as the number 3, or will Jennings' blocking ability keep him ahead?
Can I go first?
Yeah, of course. Always, man.
Hell no. After listening to Kyle Shanahan today, ain't nothing wrong with Juwan Jennings. First of all, listen, and we talked about this, John, earlier. Go watch the show, Wayne Breezy show. John said Kyle Shanahan does not care if you drop the ball. There's other intangibles he cares about more than drops. Juwan Jennings could drop the ball 100 times and still be wide receiver 3. Kyle loves him. Kyle said, John, that he's had the best OTAs, which is what you said.
Yep.
And he's having a good camp.
I love the fact that we went live on your show this morning before Kyle talked.
Tell me that wasn't dope.
we were both just like firing it, man. That's the thing. Whenever you pay attention and you immerse yourself into this team for so long, like you start to understand what it is they're looking for or targeting. And what they maybe don't care about, which is drops. They care about physicality. They care about the run game first.
Blocking.
And, I use this term. It's not my term. I didn't create it. Wide receiver plus. Whenever you're in the blocking game and you value. What's up?
No, I'm just reading GSU for Life's comment because I said 100 times that he said his ass would be on the practice squad.
That's awesome. I love it, man. And so anyway, wide receiver plus Juwan Jennings, it's basically a tight end. That's how well he blocks.
Correct.
And so this was probably one of the biggest reasons why, and I might strike some feelings here, and that's okay, why Kendrick Bourne was allowed to leave. Kendrick Bourne was similar size. He was one of the worst blocking wide receivers we had, despite his size.
Facts.
And Juwan Jennings, completely different. Now, still struggles with drops, but
and he also didn't have the dog. Like Kendrick's dog was a little different. Kyle's looking for specific types of dogs, right?
Juwan Jennings wants to hurt people.
Yes. Be the enforcer type of a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't wait for the person to attack you. Go attack the person if you see something different. Like, right? 100%. And so that's what Juwan Jennings is out there on the field, man. And Kyle raved about him. He said, look, he came into camp this year, his body type, he was right. He was way more focused, and he had the best OTAs out of the wide receivers. And now Brandon Ayuk is having the best camp out of the wide receivers. So it's everything is working and according to the way it's supposed to go down. Juwan Jennings is wide receiver 3. You can call him 3A, and then you could put because don't get it twisted. Kyle's going to use the heaven out of Ray McCloud.
I was going to say, Juwan Jennings still 3, but I had Danny Gray and Ray in a similar tier, not any longer. I think Ray is closer to Juwan Jennings.
I see where
you're
going.
And there's a gap there after the fact, and until you get to Danny Gray.
But it's a good gap because it's a gap. It's room to improve, right?
Yes.
And so if your 4 wide receivers are Debo, Ayuk, Jennings, and Ray, right? If that's your 4, and then there's a big gap between 5 and 6, which I think Malik Turner, if he makes his squad, he bumps up against Danny Gray. I know Danny Gray
time beforehand.
Exactly.
Maybe not in the preseason, but week 1.
But week 1, regular season. And it's only right because he's more experienced. He can be more versatile. He can give you special teams. He's a gunner out there on the edge. Like, there's so many different things he can do. You put him on this roster. This is not a shot to Danny Gray, but Danny Gray still has a lot to learn. You heard Brandon Ayuk said now Kyle has somebody else to pick on it, except for me. Danny's going to have to take the dog. He's going to have to be in the doghouse. It's just unfortunate. That's just the way it is. Kyle Shanahan was a wide receiver, and he's going to be on top of his wide receivers. Think about the wide receivers he put in the doghouse, bro. I'm sure Debo was on his way there, but he just manned up. Look, Dante Pettis went to the doghouse, never came back. Couldn't get healthy to save his life, but I felt like he had a little dog in him. What's his name? Trent Taylor.
When he hurt his back, he was never the same.
It was never the same. But I felt like he had the dog. That's why Kyle was keeping him around. Jalen Hurd had dog. Fortunately, couldn't get right. I'm just telling you.
Still hurts.